Hi, what's up, y'all? What's poppin'? It's D. About to react to this vid by TroyceTV. It's titled Millionaire Alyssa Forever is now homeless and losing everything. Mental illness and fake friends. Yikes. So I was gonna watch this on my own, but I figured why not react to it? But I have kind of followed this girl's story for a while, and she struggled with her mental health for some years now. So I'm surprised to hear that she's homeless now because she was like a really popular influencer. But yeah, let's see exactly what's going on. Let's watch.
Some viewers may find this disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hi, my loves. It's Destin Troyce, and you're watching TroyceTV. So in today's video, I feel like I really had to get out here and talk about the downfall, the demise, and the controversy surrounding Alyssa Forever, and spread awareness about mental illness. If you guys didn't know, Alyssa Forever has been struggling with her mental health for the longest time. Her family has not spoken out anytime soon, and Alyssa Forever has been going through a downward spiral. She's currently at a point where she's not making much money at all. She apparently has $20 to her name. She's currently homeless in San Francisco for some odd, random reason. Doesn't know anybody, and a lot of her fans are very concerned about her well-being and her mental health and sanity because there's a possibility that she may be a danger to herself or others.
This trip is much bigger than just coming out here for 10 days. This is like I'm trying to I need to find a place to live, you know what I'm saying? And it just sucks that I don't really have anybody to I really thought my dad was going to have my back. I didn't understand. I still don't understand it. I'm still trying to process that whole thing and not let it affect me, like the way that he sees me as a failure or whatever he sees. I don't know. He doesn't see my potential. Doesn't see where I'm going in life. So he doesn't want to help me unless I got it. I don't know. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter about him. It doesn't matter. He's not supposed to help me. He's not supposed to be part of my path. But it's just really sad how I ended up here. So I'm really in this. I'm just in a bad place with my living situation. Mentally, my heart is full. I feel good. Other than that, it's just the reality sucks.
Now, for those of you who aren't sure who Alyssa Forever is a very popular YouTuber, Instagrammer, blogger, DIY personality, and natural hair guru. Now, Alyssa Forever got her start back in 2013 when she created her YouTube channel. She was born on June 7th of 1992. She's currently 31 years old, and she was a very big and popular YouTuber back in the late 2010 era. She was actually part of the early generation of YouTubers who got mainstream success, were on major TV shows, and were doing major brand deals. Fun fact, Alyssa Forever was not only a big major YouTuber back in the day, but she also was part of that huge wave of natural hair tutorials. She's a big reason why a lot of young women of color learned how to do bantu knots, braids, natural hair, and much more. That's how long she's been on YouTube. She's been on the platform for a very long time that a lot of her fans technically grew up with her and watched her grow up. And just like most women who end up being bosses but end up going downhill, it all started with a man. Now, fun fact, she dated this boy named Nathaniel, and she started dating him before she started getting popping on YouTube back in 2013. She started dating him back when he was in college, back when she was 19 years old. He actually grew up in her hometown of Fort Wayne, Indiana, and he actually packed up all his shit in his entire life, and he moved all the way across the country and moved all the way to Los Angeles to help support her because, her YouTube channel was starting to take off and she was doing very well. Now, unfortunately, throughout the past couple of years, she was actually paying all the bills. She was out here paying for all the trips. She was paying the entire rent. She put them in a big-ass house where she was paying thousands of dollars in rent, and she was paying for everything. Food, clothing. She even would put tons of money in a duffel bag and give it to him. She was even paying for his family, giving his family hella money, and she overall had no boundaries.
I have some inside tea, but it's not my tea to spill, so I'm gonna shut the fuck up. But I had a close friend who was really close friends with him, and I'm just gonna shut up.
And she was allowing her boyfriend to pretty much mooch and live off of her. 2 years ago, if y'all didn't know, she went viral all over social media because she went on this crazy rant talking about how her boyfriend was abusive, her boyfriend was toxic, narcissistic, how she was out here paying for everything. She was basically her boyfriend's sugar mom.
You know yourself? 9 months? Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. You don't know yourself because you're a narcissist. I'm just mad. I'm venting. I'm letting it go. I cut the cords. I sent my last final words. I blocked his number. I'm done, but I'm just upset. It's upsetting to realize that you put in time with people. You put in effort. You put in energy. You love people, and they still don't see your worth. Only for their own personal gain. The only reason why I'm worth anything for him is to have someone that has his back when he needs it, or when he's lonely. But he's not there for me ever. 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 I just feel like I'm beating myself up about everything. I'm not shit to myself. Like, I don't understand why I can't get ahead and why I do this and this, that, third. Like, I'm tearing myself apart. I'm my own worst enemy. I'm bullying myself in my head and I can't stop it. I allow myself to be abused over and over again, and I put people on pedestal and I don't hold them accountable enough. I don't have a strong enough voice to let them know, like, bitch, you got me fucked up. Because that person thinks they did nothing wrong. They think they're the perfect human on the earth, and nobody else believes me because they present this wonderful personality out to the world. Nobody sees what I'm talking about, so I just look crazy.
That's valid too. So the whatever inside tea I got, I have to keep that in mind because obviously she knows him better than my, and this is an ex-friend, by the way. This was a while ago. I was on a trip with this man. When I went to Big Bear, he was on the trip with us. So anyway, but yeah, she clearly has more knowledge of him than
I've always been that person that made him feel like he could turn to someone to get him out of a hole. You know what I mean? But I've never had anybody I felt like I could turn to if shit hit the fan. Like, I couldn't call him, like, I can't pay my rent, like, help. I cannot call him for that. I cannot call nobody for that. But I was always that for everyone else. I'm just proud of myself, I guess, like, to be this strong person that can just speak on the internet, not scared of nobody, not scared of nothing, just speak my truth because it matters. Like, I'm so tired of people invalidating me.
Now, her boyfriend was basically a struggle photographer, was trying to find his way as a photographer, but that didn't really pay the bills, so she was mostly using the bulk of her income to sustain their lifestyle. Fortunately, Alyssa became part of that statistic of women that was dating a broke man and was sustaining his lifestyle, and it's really unfortunate because dating a broke man as a woman doesn't really do much for you. In fact, it actually will make that man not respect you even more. That man will literally look at you on some like, fuck, you make way more money than me, how dare you? So he'll do anything he can to try to bring you down to his level because he's jealous and envious of you for doing better than him. And
that's kind of valid. Well, obviously not. I don't know their situation, so I'm not. That's why I'm not speaking on it because I don't know them. But what he's saying about the broke nigga thing, very true. I've dated. I'm gonna shut up about that too.
He's envious of you because you remind him of how he really should have his shit together because he's living off of his woman. On top of that, she went through a lot of shit with her hair because her natural hair is a big reason why she became famous and why she got on. But, during the pandemic, she shaved the whole thing. Like, she damn near shaves her head bald. She basically broke up with her boyfriend back in 2019, and she was doing okay, but she was trying to find herself. She actually had stopped posting on YouTube back in 2019. In 2019, she did nothing but defend her man and say that she loves him and cares about him and that she was the problem and she just wasn't ready and doesn't feel like she was sustainable for a relationship.
And so it's just great to think that I'm gonna take 1 year to just focus on improving all the things that I kind of have beef with about myself. And during that time, I think it will be very beneficial for me. I mean, I can just speak personally. Yes, I can be selfish sometimes, but Nate can benefit from our relationship too. But I'm just saying about this whole year of me doing me, having some like a support system and someone who like is down for me and can help me and talk me through shit and just whatever, it's gonna be very vital and key.
Just for her to expose him during the pandemic and say, F him, he's trash, he's garbage, he was a narcissist, which to me, I kind of look at that and say to myself, girl, like, how can I feel bad for you when you sat up there and you enabled his behavior and you were basically his fucking sugar mom?
It's like, I love being a giver, but it hurts. It really hurts sometimes. Like, to me, it's like, I just give so much to people, especially to this one person specifically, and it just hurts that I'm still, like, not valuable to that person. Like, I still don't matter. I'm still disposable and dispensable. And it's just like, why do I allow myself in these situations? But I'm acknowledging it, I see it now, and I can do something about it. So I am proud of myself. I'm crying because I'm sad about it, but I'm also proud of myself that I'm here using my voice and using my platform to speak about it. It just dawned on me, like, wow, I've been being played.
Now, just to give you guys a brief breakdown, roughly around 4 weeks ago, I'll say last month, Alyssa Forever posted this live stream letting it be known that she was leaving Los Angeles, California. And she made it evidently clear that the reason she was leaving was because she realized LA just wasn't for her. She realized that after living there since 2014, that it was a great experience, but a lot of people that were there were just using her. She realized that she was just a lot of people's aesthetic friend. She was a friend that people kept around because she had millions of followers and she was really popular, and all the other influencers were cool with her, but only cool with her just because of the aesthetic of her having access and value.
The clue I can give you is that I'm here in San Francisco. I've never been here before.
Real quick, they're going to use you in San Francisco too, girl. They're going to use you wherever you go, whatever big city you go to. It could be a small city too. If you are that type of person to easily be manipulated, people can spot that. especially people who are narcissists and people who are users. They can spot that from a mile away because that's what the fuck they do. Okay, so there's that.
I got $20. And that it. This is my last night in the hotel. And I'm not here to take money for faith, period. That's the best I can tell y'all. You can just support me by sending some positive prayers. Just pray for me. Just send protection to me. Send love and light. Send confidence and strength. And just send all good things that can help me on this journey through your prayers. Like, just wish the best for me. That's what will help me. I don't need nothing. I'm crazy as hell. I'm in San Francisco right now. I never even been here before. I just came here. And I just don't even feel like telling y'all. I can't even say it. I don't know nobody here. I don't know where to go. But we're gonna do it. The money situation, as y'all know, I'm a YouTuber. That's how I make my bread and butter. But I ain't been YouTubing. So how a YouTuber got money if she ain't been YouTubing?
You better get to YouTube.
She saved her money good, but then the money ran out. So now we're just rebuilding a new foundation. I have been given a chance to be reborn again. Really, like, God took me through the ringer, and I lost so much. I lost so many people. I lost myself. I lost my investments, my money. Like, I just lost so much so that I could get on the right path. I was on the wrong path with my life. Like, I was investing in the wrong people that I thought loved me. It was literally plotting on my downfall. So I was investing in this foundation that was faulty. It had holes in it. And you can't grow nothing with a faulty foundation. I cleaned up the toxic energy. So now I'm attracting love. I'm attracting people who love me. I'm attracting people who want to see the best for me, who actually want to help me now. I'm finally attracting a team, which I've been like, I prayed for that. I prayed for real genuine connection, real genuine people, just real. I feel like I was trapped in a life of fake. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's so fake and just using me and just, And I was like, God, how do I get out of this? I was stuck. And he was like, you're going to have to dismantle everything. You're going to have to touch rock bottom before I can elevate you even higher. And I was like, are you sure? Are you sure you're going to do this? So I resisted for a very long time. Yeah, I have a car. I am going to DoorDash, actually. Like, I was a little dramatic when I was like, I don't know how I'm going to make some money. I'm a DoorDash. I love DoorDashing. It's fun. Like, I feel like a normal person finally. I came from this life of Hollywood and luxury and all that stuff, which I'm going back there. But it just felt empty and meaningless to me.
That video live stream was a complete train wreck. The fact that she went from being one of the biggest YouTubers on the platform, having 6-figure deals, saying she ran through all her money, all her investments are damn near gone, and she wanted out of this fake Hollywood life, but yet she's in a city that she don't even know.
But she said she's going back
has
to
$20 to her name, and she's at a point where she feels like all her friends were fake, hence why she cut everybody off. You know, she's made it very clear that she literally has no friends. How did you get to this point? How do you have no one to fall back on? You know, I remember watching all these videos of her literally collaborating with all these major YouTubers, so many of them collaborating with her.
You ain't told me before. How long you been looking at my stuff?
Shit, a couple of years.
Y'all know what it is. I'm shout out to the two young ladies. Y'all know what it is.
Very last Curls for Brunch to New Orleans during Essence Fest, and I'm so excited because Raven is going to be joining me again.
Thanks for inviting me again.
Yes.
These look like work
That was
for
so
her.
scary. Oh my God. I'm a little shook. That was scary.
But just for her to say that a lot of them were cut off and a lot of them were just fake and transactional, that just shows a lot of them viewed her just as aesthetic.
I'm not friends with nobody that you ever saw me with before. Like, God revealed to me shit. And like, not one person, nobody, nothing. Not one person do I hang out with or that you saw me post with or that was in YouTube videos with me or that I said their name before. Like, no.
And it's sad because that's a very common thing. A lot of us have been victims of being an aesthetic friend. Because you're cute, because you're funny, or because you fit a certain quota, certain people only want to be friends with you because they feel like you could increase their stock or make them look good around other people. And that's just the sad truth of it. And that's what she was. Now, unfortunately, she's in a predicament right now where she's damn near homeless and she's struggling. And she claims that she's down to her last $20. She claims her passion is music. And then she also claims that she doesn't want to get a real job. But she also claims that she doesn't want to get back to doing YouTube because she doesn't like doing it anymore. And she's just overall a toxic, struggling mess. And it's unfortunate because a lot of her fans are very concerned to the point where many of her fans went to her comments and quickly messaged her and even offered to give her money to help her take care of herself and make sure she's okay. Because again, her fans grew up with her and her fans have a very strong, tight-knit relationship with her. She recently just posted another live making it very clear that a lot of the people at the hotel and in San Francisco warned her to not leave her belongings in her car. And she recently posted this live stream letting everyone know that her car got broken into in San Francisco and that she currently is back to square one. And she also went on to thank people for all the donations.
And disappointed that my plans have changed, but now I gotta reroute, recalibrate. I know everything will work out, but yeah, they were warning us.
Out of all places, I don't know why she went to San Francisco. San Francisco is dangerous.
Just get everything out the car. People be breaking in, but I'm like, I'm covered by the Most High. I'm protected. I'm good. But it just makes me feel like what I was telling y'all, like me talking on my journey, me just speaking positivity and stuff. Look at how the devil just came for me. You see that? Just how quick. Like the next morning, I'm like, the window's broken and everything's like just disrupted, delayed. It didn't mess up my plans, but it just delayed it, and I just don't know really what I'm doing. And that's the whole point. I'm taking a leap of faith. I'm not asking for nothing. I'm just here to vent with y'all and just keep y'all updated on what's going on. And thank y'all so much for everyone who cash apped me, Venmos, bought badges, because it's saved my life. It's making sure that I have a roof over my head while I'm here. It's making sure that I'm safe. Because, like, honestly, I don't have any other, things to do. A lot of these hotels don't accept dogs, and if they do, it's like $100 a day. It's crazy. It's so crazy. People keep asking me what happened to my house. I got rid of my house. I had to move. It was too much. It was too much house for just me. It was too much money, and it was too much stress, and I couldn't keep it clean, and my mental was just too chaotic, and there was just so much history in that house, so much pain that happened in the house. I had to leave. It was over. But the situation with my mom doesn't have a place to stay either. It's just all bad, y'all. I don't know what. But thank y'all. Like, for real, I had to come on here and vent, and I guess I just had to tell my story to y'all because I have nobody else, that gets it, or nobody else to talk to. I've been praying for a friend, because I had to get rid of everybody, and I've just been on this journey. But I know I'm gonna get through it.
Damn.
And you're right. I could just as easily just post a YouTube video, get the money, but it's not about the money. It's not. I would be forcing content just to get some money, and that's not what it's about. That's going against everything.
Document this
I just know
journey.
I don't deserve any of this. Like, I've never ever had bad intentions towards anybody or tried to hurt them or, I just know I don't deserve it. I don't know. Like, what? God, what?
Her fans are begging her to post videos on YouTube because YouTube is her bread and butter. That's where she gets sponsorships. That's where she gets monetization income much more. But she deleted all her videos. And I feel like she's sabotaging herself by not making an effort and not posting any content because she could easily get herself up if she posted, but she won't post. A piece of me believes that she's almost self-sabotaged.
And why would you delete those videos? It's one thing to be like, I don't want to do YouTube anymore. I don't want to make new videos. But to delete all your videos that you could have been making money on just by them sitting there, that's you literally making money while you're sleeping. And for videos you already put up. Work you already put in the past. Why would you delete them?
She's self-sabotaging herself by not posting content, and that could easily help her get up off the ground, but she's refusing to. So unfortunately, when people feel like they ain't shit on the inside, they're going to self-sabotage by pushing away any opportunities, pushing away anybody in their life that wants to be there for them, and pushing away any opportunities that can benefit them. And we all know people like that, where we try to help people and try to give them money and try to be there to be their support system. And guess what? They completely shit on you when you try to help them. There's people out there where you try to help them, they shit on you and act like, oh, I'm good, I don't want it, or I'm too good for that, or they'll take your help and they completely waste their time and waste your time. And with people like that, there's really just no getting through to them. And the reason I'm going in like this is because I'm really shocked that she really doesn't have any friends or family. She made it abundantly clear that she doesn't really have any family that she can trust, and she doesn't have any friends she can trust, which is weird to me because this was a girl who stayed in Los Angeles for like 7 years. She got a whole set of family. All her family's in Fort Wayne, Indiana, which is her hometown. I'm looking at her like, how the fuck did you get here, Minnie? Because you were literally out here collaborating with some of the biggest brands on social media. So in my head, I'm like, how the fuck did you get in this predicament? She was out here collaborating with multi-billion-dollar companies like Champs, the very popular shoe store, doing major deals with them. Then she was out here working with Nike. Like, she really was out here modeling for Nike, getting major checks from them. This woman even had the opportunity to work with Rihanna for Rihanna's Savage Fenty lingerie line. Rihanna wanted to work with this girl at some point, and she got a fat-ass bag for it. And then she worked with the major multi-billion-dollar makeup brand, NARS. NARS is a huge makeup brand worth billions of dollars, and they paid her a fat-ass bag in order to promote them and sponsor her platform. And not a lot of YouTubers or influencers in general get these opportunities. I like to call her and a lot of other YouTubers who get these opportunities YouTube's pets. You know, she was one of the few YouTubers who got seen, got shine, and got mainstream opportunities. You know, this woman made millions of dollars, but she literally had to give up the house that she was renting because she couldn't afford it. She couldn't afford to sustain her rent. She couldn't afford to sustain her lifestyle. She couldn't afford nothing, and now her life is just down bad. You know, it's unfortunate because, you know, she claims her man is a big reason why her mental health spiraled out of control, because she claimed he was a narcissist and a leech.
Nothing else. Nothing at all. Not one person, not one thing, not even nothing. And so this person's there just feels like, oh, you're my lifeline. Once you tap in with this person, you feel energized. You feel like, oh my God, you're the reason I live now, type of thing. And when you come from nothing, you any little drip drop of anything, you just cling to it because you don't have anything else. So that's what happened to me. That's what happened to me. I was depleted of everything, and I was given false love, and I thought it was real love, and I just went all in and gave everything, and I lost myself.
Now, I did further research, and I found out that her ex actually has a LinkedIn profile, which is like an online resume, and he kind of cites her YouTube channel as his level of experience. I mean, he does have some credits as a photographer, a freelance photographer, and much more, but most of his LinkedIn profile consists of what he's done for her recently. He currently has Alyssa Forever's YouTube channel as his recent amount of experience. So in other words, this motherfucker found another sugar mama. If you go to his LinkedIn profile, which is an online resume, you can see that he's technically still leeching off of her to this day, because if you go to his LinkedIn profile, which is an online resume portal, he kind of has her channel and her brand on his resume for what he's done. Like, basically making it seem like he's done a lot for a platform, so he has her credited on his resume, which is weird and odd. My thing is this: if you feel like you don't got not one genuine bond or a genuine friend or a genuine family member or anyone in your city that you can connect with, I'm gonna have to look at you and ask you, what the fuck did you do? What are you attracting? What are you doing wrong to where you don't have a community or at least one or two people that you can hit up if you need help with something? How did you get here? How are you in this predicament where you don't have anyone to rely on? You know, she claims that she doesn't have any friends and that she's struggling and that she only has like an aunt and maybe like a few cousins from her aunt's side of the family that's helping her. She claims that her dad is abusive and he's toxic. He was her first bully, so he's not really gonna do much for her. She also discussed in her recent live streams recently how she...
Definitely what I'm thinking as well as I'm watching this. Like, as many people as she's been around, all her family members, all of the people that she's collaborated, the chances of every single person being toxic and terrible is very, very low. So it does beg the question, what's going on with you? What did you do? How did you contribute to the situation? Because, of course, there are fake people out there. There are narcissist users, all that. But everybody else is the problem?
You trying to get help from
Everybody you've ever encountered in the 7 years that you've been in LA? Like, that's crazy.
dad, because her dad does well financially. But her dad seemed to pretty much turn his back on her.
So I was asking my dad, I was like, That's
also a red flag.
Can I help you? Can I be like your personal assistant? I see you need to do these XYZ around the house. Like, let me be your assistant, help you get these things done that you don't have time to do.
Why
if you would just help me with the things I need. I'm talking like barely anything, like pocket change. Just like, give me like $150 a month. I'll do all this stuff for you if you give me $150 a month. And he was just like, you need to go get a job. You need to go out and go get that money from someone else. And I was just like, oh, why? Like, I want to help you. You can help me. We can help each other. And he was just like, no, and why can't you just go out and get a job? And I'm thinking, where do you want me to go? Where do you want me to work at? Walmart? Like, I'm just confused. What do you mean go get a job? Like, I'm a YouTuber. I'm going to get back to it. I just need to fill up my cup. I'm going through this journey. You don't understand what you're talking about. I was trying to articulate that, but I started to cry. Just how I'm doing here. I started to cry. And he was like, don't be crying. No, we ain't going to do that. And he's like, this is a big, I don't need to say the whole thing, but basically it led to him telling me to get all my shit and get the hell out. While I'm asking him if we could help each other so I can get a little money, he just basically got mad and said, get your shit and move out. So I got my stuff and moved out.
Also, you were living with him at one
Didn't know where to go. But I went with my auntie.
I mean, you are.
My auntie's my lifesaver. That's why I'm close to my cousin now.
And she claimed that she did try to go back home and go back to her hometown to settle down and start over. But according to her, she claimed that her father kicked her out after a while because she did not want to do what he said. She claimed that he was trying to force her to do things that she didn't want to do, such as get a job for a company that she didn't want to work for, such as, not hiring her as his assistant and much more. And overall, this woman has just gone down bad. And I honestly don't know how to feel about her. I will say that she has taken some accountability and claims that the big reason why she is down bad is because of the things that she allowed and the things and the mistakes that she's made. But I will
feel
say,
for her,
I'm
though.
still side-eyeing her because, again, how the fuck did you run through all your savings account and yet you privated all your YouTube videos? So I feel like she's kind of at a point where she just can't be saved. You know, people are constantly blowing her shit up, telling her, girl, just get a job, just get a job, just get a job, just get a job, just work somewhere, just, apply for something. But she claims, no, she doesn't want to do all that.
Where is she
what
posting
she's
this
doing right now,
content?
currently support
Instagram?
herself, and she claims she's doing DoorDash to support herself, so that way she can have a little bit of money to eat, a little bit of money to pay for a hotel room, and she's using the one car she has to do delivery orders. And that really breaks my heart, because in my head, I'm like, girl, you really are out here having to do DoorDash and do these things when you were at the top of your career. You were working with Nike. You weren't just on some random reality TV show. You weren't just out here, on some random famous Instagram page. You weren't just some video vixen or some model. You were out here modeling for Nike, working for NARS, a major makeup corporation, and you was traveling the world. And now you don't got a pot to piss in. I'm looking at you sideways, and I'm wondering, how the fuck did you get here? I really want to stretch how money management and self-accountability is so important, because a lot of...
When your mental health is spiraling downwards, you don't care about none of that, though. So I do understand that as well. So like I said, I feel for her.
Influencers and a lot of entertainers get too comfortable. They're so used to getting this revenue, this passive income that's coming in, and then they look back and they realize that they haven't polished their skills, they haven't paid their taxes, they haven't sustained any good credit, they haven't done anything they can to invest into anything, they haven't put a little bit of money off to the side into a Roth IRA, into life insurance, into a CD savings account, and now they're down bad and have nothing. I will say, always pay attention to people who are at a point where they have nothing and no one. It's one thing to not have any friends, because let's be honest, we've all been to that point where we've had to cut off so many people, and we realize we don't really have as many friends as we thought we did. But let's be honest, if you're down bad and in a fucked up predicament, I'm gonna assume that you attracted that shit, or you were the bullshit in your life that pushed these people away. It's either you bought in these kind of people, and now you want to complain last minute because, they serve no purpose to you anymore. It kind of reminds me of Welvin the Great. Welvin the Great was that guy from that meme, D's Nuts, and we all remember him. He was huge, very popular. He had a huge team around him. He had lawyers, attorneys. He had a lot of people trying to throw money at him. People were out here trying to, put him in commercials. $1 million company was trying to throw him a bag. And guess what? He wasted all that money on beautiful women. He wasted all that money that he got from club appearances, TV appearances, and much more. And now he's out here in Los Angeles begging for money on the street.
Can you please tell me what a dictionary is? These nuts, got him.
Now, I'm not sure where Welvin is now, but people oftentimes post videos of him in Las Vegas, in Los Angeles, on Hollywood Boulevard, panhandling, walking around, looking bummy, and people always wonder, where are all those people that used to hang around him, fly him everywhere, and try to get him all these major deals? There's a video right here of, cops trying to tame him because, he was, I don't know what he was doing, but people reported him getting tamed by the cops. Not arrested, but he was over here lying down, sitting on the street all day, and he has nothing and nowhere to go. And that's really unfortunate, because in my head, I'm like, where did all that money go? But then again, there were a lot of people around him that were helping him manage his money in his career. Where did all those people go? Why did he have those toxic people around him? I know he does come across as, he definitely isn't all the way there in his head, but where did all these people go? Where did his support system go? Where do these people come? That's why it's important to be very wary of the company you keep, because at the end of the day, when you are down bad and have nothing, I'm going to have to look at you and say, look in the mirror. How did you get here? What possessed you to have this kind of company and now have nothing and no one when the time came? It seems like people don't understand the value of having VIP at their table instead of seat fillers. If she does not get it together anytime soon, I feel like she's going to end up like a Maya Campbell or a Susie Perez. For those of you who know who Susie Perez is, I really want to talk about Susie Perez, because I feel like that is a great example of what I see for Alyssa's future if she doesn't get it together.
Damn.
Now, Susie Perez was a very popular video vixen in the late 90s to early 2000s. She was in P. Diddy's music videos, she was in Ja Rule's music videos, she was in a lot of R&B music videos back in the late 90s, early 2000s. She was huge, really popular, and she was known for being beautiful, banging body, and she was from the Dominican Republic. She was a Dominican girl who moved to New York City at a very early age and turned her nothing into something, and she had a very substantial brand as a backup dancer. She was also J-Lo's backup dancer back in the early 2000s. And then, boom, Susie's life ended up going downhill. Now, one day I will do a dedicated video about Susie Perez and her demise, but Susie Perez was a working model at the time when she started getting addicted to drugs. And basically, when she was looking for new representation and she found a new modeling agency, allegedly, this was an Italian modeling agency that got her hooked on drugs. And allegedly, this Italian agency, brutalized her. They allegedly got her raped. They got her hooked on drugs and much more. Her life pretty much spiraled from there.
¿Qué pasó con la Susie de antes? ¿Qué te hizo estar de la manera como estás? A mí me dieron una golpeada que me dejó muerta. inválida y
Oh
perdí
my
mi trabajo.
goodness.
Cuando yo perdí a mi mamá, yo me perdí. Bueno, eres adicta a las drogas.
No,
¿Qué decir?
sí.
Sí, señorita. Yo hago ni casi una bolsa a veces porque no hago 20 pesos.
That would be there?
That's really sad. Damn.
Susie.
Don't wish this on Alyssa. I mean, I know he's not wishing it on her, but don't be like, oh, this is her future if she don't get it together. Like, goddamn.
You know, the whole Susie Perez is a whole other video. And I will say it's really, you know, disheartening what the entertainment industry did to her, you know, what she had to go through because she wasn't protected or because she didn't have guidance or because she didn't have the right people around her. And this is literally her life, going from a beautiful, highly paid model to this. But, you know, again, Susie Perez is a whole other video for another day. I'm just trying to use this to correlate what can happen to Alyssa and what can happen to anyone listening to this who doesn't have the proper guidance or doesn't know how to stay grounded or keep the right people around them. You know, if you don't know how to read energy or pay attention to the company that you keep, you know, you won't get far in life. You won't really get far in any industry. You know, you need to stay grounded. Even if you have just yourself, you need to understand and remember who you are and not get consumed by the dark forces out there. And then I kind of see that for Alyssa Forever. If Alyssa Forever doesn't get her shit together, people like that can't be helped. The only thing people can really do when they're in these predicaments is you have to give people like this time. You know, you really, people like this only they're their own worst enemy. You know, I feel like she's built this psychological and this spiritual cage around her, and she is surrounded by her demons. And I feel like because she's built this spiritual cage that she's locked in, she's the only one that has the keys to unlock herself. So she needs to suffer and deal with her issues, or she's going to be way worse than Susie Perez, or just like her. You know, she claims she's on her spiritual journey, but I feel like some really dark and evil shit really fucked her up in the Hollywood world. Now, we all know Hollywood has been known for a long time to shoot people up and spit them out. A lot of people who are young and vulnerable and don't know themselves move to out here to...
I wouldn't call this Hollywood. The influencer space, I wouldn't say it's the same as Hollywood. I mean, they can definitely mesh in certain areas, but that's not what it's giving. It's given that she's a little off upstairs and she suffers with her mental health, and it has caused her to be in the predicament she's in now. That's what I'm getting, but obviously I don't know.
Los Angeles, they try to build connections, try to build bonds. They are so consumed with the fact that they have all these followers, think that they're untouchable and that nothing bad will ever happen to them. And then here they go, and their life just spirals out of control. And then the entertainment industry just spits you out. And all these so-called friends that she had feel like she's valueless and that she's not important no more because now all her views went down because she deleted all her videos off her channel, and her following went down, and her engagement on social media went down, and no one's really paying attention to her like that anymore. You know, she's not as valuable to a lot of people, so a lot of people probably don't care too much to help her out. I feel like eventually her fans will get tired of her shit because how can you want better for someone that doesn't want better for themselves? How can you try to help somebody progress and be better in life and they don't even want to do good for themselves? And it really just goes to show you that a lot of these entertainers and influencers, a lot of them are not really friends in real life. A lot of them are just leeches. A lot of them are just cool with each other for the aesthetic. So when you see all these influencers and celebrities taking photos together, linking up on each other's stories and linking up on each other's Instagram and doing collabs, a lot of these people aren't really friends like that. They're just cordial and cool, and it's all transactional. And I will say that a lot of us who struggle with depression and mental illness don't realize that there's a lot of things we can do to control our mental health and the mental illness that we deal with. You know, we can sit up here all day and say, well, no, it's a chemical imbalance, I can't control it, but let's be realistic for a second. Let's think about the shit that you're allowing in your life. Why are you allowing toxic people in your life when you're struggling with depression? Why are you still doing toxic things such as constantly binge eating and procrastinating and not doing things that make you happy? Why are you constantly doing the same thing that you were doing last year? You know, why aren't you taking the initiative to switch up your routine? You know, why are you working a job that you really can't fucking stand, but you feel like you have to be there? Why not switch things up a little bit? I know I can say this from a perspective of someone who, you know, doesn't know where you're coming from and doesn't live in your head. So I don't live in your head and I don't know what you're going through, but it's important to purge things out of your life that aren't serving you any value, and maybe you'll get better. The point I'm trying to make is it's important to get up off your fat ass and try to do better for yourself. And if you don't do better for yourself, then that means you don't love yourself. Because if you really loved yourself, you would do everything you can to try to be better and try to live a good life. And unfortunately, for a lot of people, some people are so damaged and so down bad that there's nothing you can do for them. You know, look at a lot of these homeless people who are just down bad, drugged out, and don't know what to do with their life, and are just out here begging and just have no soul, and they just have broken spirits. I can tell a lot of them have been victimized by people or victimized by things that have destroyed their innocence and their hope for life. And honestly, there's nothing you can do for people like this. All you can really do is just give them time. something fucked her up and destroyed her, and I don't know what it is, but I'm wishing her well, and I'm sending her healing energy, and I hope she wakes up and she remembers who the fuck she is, and she goes on the path of making better decisions. But that was after this video. Hope you guys can see where I'm coming from. Hope you guys enjoyed this overall rant.
I agree.
Give your thoughts about what you guys got to say about Alyssa Forever.
That was some tough love, very tough. But, you know, he's not lying. He said a lot of valid things. I really do hope that she gets it together. But yeah, it is very confusing that she has deleted or privated all of her videos when she could be making money just from them sitting on her channel. Like, that doesn't make any sense to me at all. And yeah, it's just odd that she just up and went to San Francisco when she doesn't know anyone there at all. It just seems like she's making bad decisions, which, I mean, it's fair. It's life. We all make bad decisions. Okay, and we're going to continue to make bad decisions. It's a part of the process, a part of growing, but at the same time, it's like you have to take accountability for your life, and you have to put yourself on the right track. You have to set yourself up to win. You can't set yourself up for failure, because it does seem like a lot of self-sabotage is taking place, because it's like, why? You have a whole ass YouTube channel with over 1 million followers. You can easily start putting up content. Even if you don't want to do YouTube videos, the fact that you're already posting shit about what you're going through right now, that could have been content on your YouTube channel that you could have monetized. And you could be making money from that and also helping other people who could be going through something similar. So yeah, I'm just very, very confused by it all. But yeah, I already know the whole YouTube shit is fake as fuck. This is why I don't collab with anybody. I get emails of popular YouTubers trying to collab for, oh, let's do a reaction video together. No. As some of you may know, I used to do quite a bit of sponsorships. I used to work with HelloFresh and Fashion Nova, and you know, I was invited to these industry parties and shit like that, but I'm like, I don't want to do any of this. I don't like these people. I don't trust these people. This is just not my scene. I want to live a very regular life. So all of my friends are very regular. They have regular jobs. I'm in a very regular bubble, and I keep it that way because I'm not interested in that lifestyle, and I'm not interested in doing, you know, collaborations and working with brands and being dependent on them for money. I want to depend on myself. And also they want you to tweak certain shit. Hey, can you re-edit this video? The lighting isn't good. Oh, can you not curse? I do what the fuck I want. I don't want to work with you no more. I don't like that shit. Make me feel like I got a boss. No, I'm gonna be my own boss, do my own shit. So there's that. And also Savage Fenty reached out to me as well. I could have definitely been doing a lot more sponsorships, but I don't like how dependent a lot of these influencers are on these brands. And you know, you have to be as relevant as they want you to be in order to keep getting those sponsorships, and you have to do what they want you to do. And yeah, fucking Fenty wants me to pose in lingerie. I don't want to fucking do that. I didn't like when I was posing in clothes for Fashion Nova. That's why those videos are on private. After my contract was over, I was like, no, I'm done with this shit. There's a lot of other things taking place too that I didn't like. But anyway, the point is, I stayed true to myself, and I only did what I wanted to do and what I felt comfortable doing. And that's what you have to do when you're in this industry or online as an influencer. You can't just go with the wind. Okay, they want me to do this. All right, I'm going to do it. Oh, these people, they want to use me for content. I'm going to let them use me for content. Oh, they hit me up to collab. Okay, let's do it. You must want to be my friend, or you must want to be in my videos. Like, you have to take some accountability for how you operate in life. And it just seems like that was lacking a bit while I was watching this. But I do wish her well. You know, she's a very beautiful girl, and you know, she seems like she has a good head on her shoulders. Like, she's aware of, you know, what's going on. It's not like she's completely off her rocker. So I feel like there's hope for her, and she can get it together. But yeah, this is really unfortunate because she was such a big popular YouTuber. So to see her fall from grace like this, it just sucks. This was kind of hard to watch. But y'all let me know what y'all think though. Let me know what other videos you want to watch, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.